Welcome back guys, right here on Maths with Casting. Now let's have a look at a derivation by first principle. We have f of x is equals to x squared minus 5, and then right here on the right hand side we have got f of x is equals to 4 minus 7x. So what do we do here, guys? Please make sure that you stick around so that you see how we will deal with this here, which is question number 2. So now let's start here with the first one. He said from first principle it's equals to, the derivative is equals to lim as h approaches 0. What you're gonna have here, it's f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. Right, so you will remember guys from the previous example and also from the lesson example. If you haven't watched that, please make sure that you click on the list and watch the video that is before these ones to be able to understand. We said here this simply means where there's x we're going to put this here. Where there's x, we're going to put x plus h, and therefore f of x simply means this whole equation we're gonna have to come and put it here. So it means here we're gonna have to put that, but we need to put it in brackets because of the negative there, guys. Always put it in brackets so that you are able not to make a mistake. Right, so let's move on and see what we have here. F of x lim as h approaches 0. Remember guys what I said here. In this case you must keep writing lim h approaches 0 until such time that you are using h is 0. Right, if not, you must keep writing it, guys, because if you don't, you are going to lose a mark. So let's go ahead and do this. Where there's x, we put x plus h, but remember this x here, in this case it is what? Squared. Therefore there's also what? Negative 5 at the end. Then here we're gonna have to say minus everything that is here on this f of x minus 5 close all over h. Great. All right, lim as h approaches 0. What's the next step that after substitution, guys? You get a mark for substitution. So after this, what do we have to do here? We need to expand this bracket here, which is going to give us x plus h in brackets multiplied by x plus h. Therefore minus 5, and therefore we can multiply by a negative here. Negative times x squared is going to give us x squared. Negative times negative is going to give us positive 5. Right, so therefore all over h. Therefore we carry on here. What is the next step here is to remove this bracket here, and therefore we can already see we've got negative 5 and 5 there, which will give us 0. So let me not forget to write lim as h approaches 0. X times x is going to give us x squared. X times h is going to give us plus xh, which is gonna give us 2xh. Therefore h plus h squared. Therefore we are left with minus x squared all over here, because what? Negative 5 and the positive 5 was already given us a 0 there, guys. Right, so we've got x squared here, and then we also have got a negative x squared here. So these ones, they would cancel out. What we have here now, we've got lim as h approaches 0. What do we have here? This is cancelled out, so what is left is 2xh plus h squared all over 5. Therefore in this case, as you can see, we have got what's h there and also h there. Normally guys, on these examples I always say to my learners that no matter what happens here, at some point you're gonna have to take out a common factor to be able to cancel this h that is at the denominator. So in this case we're gonna take out h, 2x plus 5 plus h rather. When we remove h on h squared, when you remove h, you are left with h. Therefore all over h. Therefore what's going to happen here, the h at the numerator will cancel the one at the denominator. Now what we have here, we have got f of x is equal to In this case, we are left with 2x plus 0 because what? H has approached 0, hence I didn't write lim as h approaches 0. Okay, and this is how you would deal with a question like this one, guys, and straightforward. If you follow the basics, you shouldn't struggle at all. Now let's move on to the next one, still on this video, which is given by f of x is equals to 4 minus 7x. So what do we have here? We're gonna come state the formula. Don't worry, guys, the formula is there on your formula sheet. You don't have to really memorize it. Just know what the formula means, or rather just know how to apply this formula. Great stuff. So all over h. So now let's go ahead and come and substitute here as h approaches 0. Where there's the x, we're gonna put this, but remember now we have got a 4 there, minus 7. Where there's x, we're gonna put x plus h. Therefore we say minus, what are they saying? Minus the whole function, so you're gonna put it in bracket here, and therefore all over h. Therefore lim as h approaches 0, and then therefore all over, let's write what is at the top here. Remove the bracket. Negative 7 times x is going to be negative 7x. Negative 7 times h, negative 7h. Negative is going to be negative 4 plus 7x. Right, so in this case here, what do we have? We've got negative 7 and a positive 7. They will therefore cancel out. What do you have here? You've got a positive 4 and a negative 4. They would cancel out. Therefore you're going to have lim as h approaches 0. What do we left with here? We are left with negative 7h all over h, which here will h and h would cancel out. Therefore as lim h approaches 0, f of x prime will therefore be negative 7. And that's how you deal with questions like this one on first principle. My name is Gaston Mapala, passionate about mathematics, vice graduate, postgraduate of Northwest University, leadership course, graduate with distinction of University of Pretoria. So guys, there's no way we are going to get those level 7s. Let me see you on the next upload where we'll be doing more of calculus.